think it's really important that if you are seeing cyberbullying, you do not go along with it. There is no excuse for a culture of hate. And no excuse for a culture of hate includes hating bullies, because each one of them is just like you. They are human and they are scared. And so the biggest thing that I would tell people who do not want to be bullied, who feel like there should be something they can do to stop things on the internet, is don't become them.
Like, there was a kid who was constantly trying to fight me in high school, and instead of fighting him or getting upset the fact that he wanted to fight me, I mean, it was a little upsetting, I just blocked him on Facebook, and then every time I got a text from him, I didn't read it, I just immediately went to clear, and I just cleared everything until like a week after him texting. Never heard from him again. And in the halls at school, I would not look at him in the eye and ignore him. But I told people in high school, that's the sort of the way you have to deal with it, because those people are below you. It's like, they're gonna ruin your life just because they're being mean, and they're gonna drag you down. If I would have fought this person, maybe I would have gotten kicked out of my performing arts school, and maybe I wouldn't have gotten a lead in my show at my performing arts school, and then gotten a manager from that, and then gotten a play from that, and then now I'm making a movie. So thank God I didn't fight him and indulge that. I just blocked him and got rid of it.
Especially if it's online, don't get involved, because that stuff can hurt you later on. The minute you post something online, like, it's gonna follow you forever, because it never goes away. I mean, you never know who's gonna see it, you know? I mean, you could be like applying for a job, and the boss of that job will go back on your Twitter and see that you're, you know, not a very nice person or something, and they might not hire you. The safest way to make sure that nothing bad does happen is to just not do it.
People cyberbully, like on Facebook, they would have like these pages like, oh, this girl's a hoe or whatever, and they would have like 10 different girls on there, and as much as you delete it, nothing really goes away, because someone else can reblog it, repost it, like it, double tap it on Instagram. It's never really away. And the people who actually read this stuff and believe it, I think, are just as worse as the people who set it up and blog it and write all these crazy, crazy rumors about people that they don't probably even know. If a bystander sees someone being attacked online, they can just comment and say, you need to stop talking about this person. You don't know who they are. You don't know what they're going through. And when one person does it, the other person will. And then it's just more and more people. And if you just stop at that one person, I think that you can honestly stop those rumors and that person being bullied online, like, completely. You can completely stop it.
Our high school soccer team one year, the guys' soccer team had a really poor season. They ended up losing, I think, every game except for one, and they lost a lot of the games by 12-0, 10-0. Their keeper wasn't supposed to be a keeper. This was his first time playing. Their actual keeper had a back injury. And some guy on the team decided it would be funny to put a compilation on Facebook of pictures of him letting goals in, which he thought was funny, but I think the kid found it really hurtful that, you know, I think every time they scored, he felt like it was his responsibility. Which, if you know anything about soccer at all, you don't get 13 goals in because your goalie's weak. You got to get 13 people past your forwards, your midfield, your defense, and into the goal. It was not that kid's fault. He shouldn't have been scored on nearly that many times. And I'm sure out of the 13, it was probably him defending 1 out of 3. So he probably was scored on 30 times. But this kid decided to put this picture up, and I think what happened was one of the guys, the older guys in the team, saw the effect on the goalkeeper. I think he started crying. I don't think he was crying, but I think he was very unhappy during a practice, and made his profile picture a picture of the guy catching a goal, and put something like, "We are all Daniel Quee" on his Facebook picture. And what happened was, the whole girls soccer team, we did it as well. We made it all our profile picture. Half the guys' team ended up putting it as their profile picture. I think by the end of it, there was like 100, 200 kids that made this one picture of him catching the goal their profile picture. And I think for him, it was like this huge self-esteem booster, because I think it was terrible. I think he felt like the whole season was on him. And the whole team had played badly. They all had things to work on, and he felt it was like all his fault. So it was nice to see this whole community of people saying, you know, it's not your fault. We all mess up sometimes. Just something, you know, as little as everyone changing their profile picture, how quickly that just, you know, the same way that, you know, social networking can spread very negative things. It can also spread very positive things really quickly.
I didn't grow up with cyberbullying, but I'm a celebrity, and man, people post a lot of nasty stuff about me. And I'm an adult woman, and I have a thick skin. But I still get affected by negativity online. I mean, what a terrible place to be at when you aren't a mature adult woman with a thick skin. You know, I don't want a 12-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 16-year-old to have to go through that. And let me tell you what helps. When I read a really positive comment or someone who defends me, who I don't know, who says, I thought she was really good in that, or I thought she looked pretty in that dress, actually, or I would have picked that. What are you? You're crazy. You know? Like, and it takes 1 out of 20 negative comments, one good comment, I can close the window. You know, I can leave it alone and know that I'm not alone. They don't all hate me. Someone out there decided to write something nice. And if you can be that person for people, you could be someone's hero.